That sounds good.
Yeah. So we scrubbed down the walls in this place because my sister was like, probably should do that. So we did that
Or
with
are they like really messy or something?
with bleach wool because the tenants beforehand they they were smokers,
Uh,
so kind of
what
stank.
kind of smokers?
Um, cigarette, I believe.
All right, yeah, that shit'll get in your walls.
Yeah. But the walls really weren't yellow, so I guess it's just like stuck in the rooms. You know, just need to leave the windows open for a long period of time or whatever.
Yeah, let it air out. Maybe light a
Yeah.
candle.
So the only way I guess to clear out the smell is just time. Like that's the only
Yeah.
factor. Because
All right.
candles could mask it. You know, you could use air purifier and stuff like that, but that would still take time.
Yeah. So you finished moving in yet?
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. Like everything's here. My desk is here. My bed's here. We took two couches that they were getting rid of um in at the
Like,
church.
oh,
Yeah, moved them over here. A couple buddies of Mark's. We did
that's
that.
nice.
Yeah, it was pretty alright. I had Mark drive because I didn't wanna drive.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. You still have that truck?
My dad's
Or
pickup. Yeah. It's in my name now.
nice. That's
Yeah,
good for you, dude.
yeah. I mean, it's
You're
all paid for, so you know. It kind of looks like I fished it out of the water, but it runs. You know, that's the only thing that matters, right?
Yeah, that's what counts.
Yeah.
We were just talking about 40s and 50s songs.
Yeah.
I'm looking up one right now, but I can't remember what it's called.
Um,
So,
I mean, I'm not
be a
you, but
man is
wish
made out of mud.
wish I could
16
remember.
tons. That's what it's
60
called.
tons?
16. Yeah, I had to look it
16.
up. I had to look up lyrics.
Huh.
Yeah.
How does it go?
Well, it goes something like. Oh wait, that's the wrong song. Doo-ba-doo-doo. Okay, here it goes. People say a man is made out of mud. An old man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood and skin and bones. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. Anyway, yeah, that's how it
That's
goes.
cool. That's cool.
yeah,
I like
yeah,
it.
it's lit, dude. Yeah, I
Wow.
listened to it first in like middle school,
Yeah.
and yeah, I haven't listened to it since it's been a long time,
Yeah.
probably like 5 years.
Wow. Yeah, that's a while. That's a hot
Yeah,
minute.
yeah. So now I got that playing, and it's kind of a vibe.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah, but
most music is, you know. Like, I
yeah,
I think it's hard to find music that you hate. I think you have to actually try and look for something that you don't like. I think most music is pretty alright, you know, unless it just falls
yeah,
into a category that you just don't agree with or whatever. Like for me,
yeah. I don't.
I think screamo. Like I can tolerate it, but I'm not a big fan.
I don't mind screamo, but it depends on what the lyrics are.
Mm,
Like some shit, it's just like really intense, but
yeah.
then there's some like just like they're yelling and they're having a good time and it's entertaining.
Oh,
You
I mean,
know,
yeah. That's
but
why I can tolerate it, but like I don't enjoy it. Like it's not that fun, you know? You know
yeah,
what is fun
they'll
though?
just
A good shanty.
what
Yeah.
shanties are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Yeah. Jeez.
Uh, they're the one like genre I can't really stand is like dubstep. That
Um
like it's not
yeah, I
bad,
mean I
but
mean
like
I understand that. That's completely
some,
respectable. Yeah.
yeah,
Dubstep
sometimes they just go too hard with it.
or like
Like
have you heard of Nightcore where they take like a song that's already popular and then they just try to weebify it or something? I think that's
what?
pretty stupid.
Yeah, that sounds dumb.
It
It's not
it
even like
is.
original.
It is. No, it's not. They take a song that's already, you know, made headway, made steam, you know, made waves, and just they weebify it or whatever. I don't actually know
Yeah.
the pseudoscience behind it, but they put some stupid spin on it, and then yeah, not a fan.
I've heard some really good remixes of like. You ever watch The Lion King?
Uh, who hasn't?
Like, yeah, okay. I just had to check. But you know the song Hakuna Matata
Yeah, yeah.
when they're like going through the jungle?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
they did a really good remix of that song that like it's actually a bop.
Okay,
But
yeah.
like
I mean, there's a
that's like
lot of yeah, a lot of talented artists out there that you know them just like singing a song, them doing that, just that makes it like their own. Even though they're not even like
uh,
adding anything unique to it except for their vocal cords, but like I'd listen to it. Like it's pretty cool. I
yeah.
have on Spotify, I have like an entire playlist dedicated to shanties, and it's like I think 600, 700 at least songs in there, and a lot of
Holy.
them are just like it's the same shanty, but it's sung by a different band, and they do it a different way, or they memorize the shanty like the verses a little bit differently, and it's really cool. Or they'll like
Yeah.
there's like a forgotten hook or whatever. It's really cool. It's really cool.
There on TikTok there's been a handful of shanties like
Yeah, I
from a lot
realized
of
that. I
different
realized
creators.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, and they'll like
which is kind of cool. I like that. I like that people are getting introduced to it, but I don't like that that TikTok is the one doing it. For me,
that's fair.
I got introduced to it by Black Flag, which is kind of goofy, but at the same
Oh,
time, I respect it.
yo.
You
The
know,
same though, Alex.
so
Same.
it's
Like Lever Johnny was one of my favorites.
yeah, yeah. I like oh jeez, what's my favorite from Black Flag? Oh no, here's to the health of the company. I made a joke that that should be that tune should be played at my funeral. When they lay me down, but I think I'm serious now. Like it should be. I don't
Yeah.
sing it when people are around, but I think I should because it's really cool. Like the 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 memento, or the footnote of what they're trying to get across is have a drink with your lads now because you might not have tomorrow, and that's
Yeah.
I like that because I'm not I'm not that type of person that'll pop a brew, but maybe a club soda.
Get a drink together.
Yeah, yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
cool. Um, Speaking of Black Flag, I got that in my PlayStation right now, and I have started another playthrough.
Dude,
Like,
it's such a great game because you can beat it, you can go back and you can play through it again. Like it's
yeah,
it's very
I
linear, but it's got a decent amount of replayability. I feel it is very
yeah,
linear though.
I have already played it twice, so there's that. But I'm still coming back for more. Have you played any of the other Assassin's Creed games?
I played I have this DS version of I think it's the second one or the third one. It's with Ezio, but it's on the DS.
Oh, I think that's number two.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really played anything before the third one.
But yeah,
Like, I played.
it's kind of clunky, but I mean it kind of it's all right. It does the job.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah.
I've been playing recently. I've been playing Valhalla, which is like their newest game,
Yeah, yeah.
and oh my god, it is so fun,
I,
Alex.
I I hear
Like,
great things about it, Jacob, which
yeah,
makes me wanna reinstall my Ubisoft stuff, my Uplay thing, and just
dude,
yeah.
this game is like Viking, like Assassin's Creed,
Right,
and it
right,
is
right. You
a
remember you
freaking
remember
amazing.
you remember the show Vikings? It's basically that,
Yeah,
but in Assassin's Creed, which is really
yeah,
cool.
kind
Like
of,
I like it. I like it.
yeah, yeah. You're like building up your own base, and like it's making everyone houses. It's really like it's an interesting game, as
Okay.
well as you're like liberating all of England. The
Right.
DLCs come out at the end of this month, and I gonna buy that shit immediately.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Like
I didn't do that with
I
Skyrim way back in the day. I waited until they're like, "Oh, hey, we have a special edition coming out," and I'm like, "Oh, I'll scoop them up now. I'll get it for free." You know?
wait, did you have to have all the DLCs to get the special edition for free?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
You have
yeah, one
all the DLCs and they just gift it to your account.
when I bought okay, so I bought on my PC the very first time I got Skyrim, I bought because I thought it didn't have all the DLCs with it. I bought the whole entire um like Bethesda game, like Elder Scrolls package, which had every Bethesda game up
Oh,
until Skyrim,
yeah.
or every yeah, or Elder Scrolls game rather.
Right,
And then
right.
I bought um like a legendary version of Skyrim. So I was like, yeah, gonna do that 'cause I want all the DLCs with it too.
Yeah, yeah.
And it wasn't very expensive. So like I like install Skyrim on my computer with the package, and then I realized that it gave me all the DLCs already, and I just had an extra copy of Skyrim. So I was like, yeah, I ended up giving it to Forrest,
That's funny.
and he got good use out of all those DLCs as well.
That's funny. One thing I
Yeah,
don't like about Special Edition, I like the idea that they tried to, make another way to sell their, 10-year-old baby, which is, great. That's what you want. You need
yeah,
money flowing in, and the only way to do it is to get the cutest one out there. And Skyrim is that one. Um, I don't like that they disabled mods, or like you can't get achievements if you have mods installed.
what?
Yeah.
That's kind of lame.
So
Like so many mods make the game just more difficult and adds more story to it.
well, yeah, that,
Like
or it just makes it kind of unique because after a while, it gets a bit samey, which is meh.
yeah,
Eh.
yeah.
What?
Once you've played the
What's
game
going
through
on?
like 4 times.
Crystal and her dad got us bed frames.
Bed frames. I already have a bed frame.
That's for the bunk beds,
Yeah.
which we'd have to sell as a unit, with AK together if we were to get rid of them.
Right. Is that what we're doing?
Eventually, it'd be a good idea.
Okay. I didn't know that.
So, I will put these in the closet over here until
Okay.
we get mattresses and decide to take and use them.
Right. Okay. Okay. I always thought I was just gonna keep the bunk bed frame. I mean, what's wrong with it? It's kind of bulky, but meh. What, I mean, I don't care. Would you be put off, Jacob, by a bed frame?
Like, what do you mean?
Like if I don't know. Like are you? I think what I'm trying to ask is, are you a cheap man? Like, would you take the bed you had at your place and pack it all the way over to your new stead, and just keep that for as long as you could?
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm doing.
See,
My mom bought this bed and I kept it.
that's what I thought, right? I've had that
Yeah,
bunk bed for years, years. We moved into the house in the middle of nowhere, in like, well, actually, wait a second. Bethany was born in that place, so Bethany is 17 or 18. So, yeah, had that thing for like 18 years, and it's lasted that
roll.
long. Like, why? Why would I,
We're
replace it?
talking now.
I don't. I'm a bit confused. I don't know.
That's fair. I mean beds are pretty expensive too.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
really just depending on like what kind of bed and like how big it is, or like
Right.
yeah, that kind of thing. Like if it were like a twin size bed, I'd eventually want to move up to like a full or a queen.
Yeah, yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
I mean,
But
I don't really need that much space. I used to roll a bit way back in the day. That's why I had the bottom bunk. I'd roll off my bed.
Oh, dude, I
Yeah.
don't roll. I stretch. Like I take up my whole bed. It, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but the bed that I have wasn't very comfortable for the longest time. So when I moved, I also bought it's like a memory foam, like 3 inch
Oh.
layer that you just roll on top, and then you
Oh,
put a
okay.
sheet over it and on the bed. Yeah, and that has really improved it. So
Have you heard of purple mattress, eh?
I have, yes.
Yeah.
Those are really expensive though.
I'm considering getting one of those. You know, once this mat, craps out, the springs start, shooting into my back or whatever, I might get a purple.
Well, that'd be pretty good.
Well, because those things, they had like a team of 47 scientists on it or whatever, working on that project. And if you have that
Yeah.
many people who, went to college, passed college, went to your university, right, decided to become a scientist, and then they go and get hired on at some place where they just are in a lab cooking up a purple mattress, like, it's got to be good, right? If they're making you spend like $27,000 on a purple mattress or something. I know it's not that crazy. I'm
It's
exaggerating,
gotta be.
but like
It's gotta be worth the money.
that's what I'm
I get what
saying,
you're
dude.
saying.
Like apparently it's supposed to last like a really long time. I don't know the deets, but apparently it's supposed to last a really long time, which I kind of like that idea.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
purple mattresses seem pretty nice. I would get one if I wasn't in an apartment. You know, like if I didn't have to move it frequently.
Right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I never
Like,
thought of that. Yeah. Hmm.
so I feel like that would like wear it down a little more if you have to
Yeah.
move it often. I just wouldn't want to have to buy 2 of them in a
Yeah.
lifetime.
I guess I'd settle for cheap at that point then. Yeah. Just settle for bottom of the barrel. I mean, not
Well,
not
I
not
mean,
not 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 like bottom of the barrel, but like you're close to bottom of the barrel. Like there's a few bananas beneath what you're pulling out of the barrel or something, and those are at the
yeah.
bottom. Like instead of laying on that, you'd be laying on a bunch of bananas and oranges or whatever. I mean,
I'm sure.
yeah.
I'm sure that purple mattress is like a bed of flowers, and like
I mean, probably, yeah. I kind of want to know the drawbacks though, because everything has, like, oh, hey, yeah, like this isn't doing so good, or like,
yeah, there's
like
usually something that's
there's
not up to
usually like
standard with it.
nothing is like no strings attached. What I want to know what the strings are,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get that.
So
You want to know like
yeah,
what's holding you back with this thing?
right,
Like,
right,
what are you
right,
not
right.
gonna like about it?
Exactly, yeah. I want to know like, cause like reviews are probably like, oh, it's amazing, right? But they didn't, like analyze it like those 47 scientists that designed and built it. So
Yeah, they probably have some juicy deets about this thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And they probably know like the one weak spot in its armor, quote unquote, that is like the big
Yeah, if you
reason why it's not more
you like
expensive or whatever.
puncture this one spot and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
just like destroys the entire bed. It's a self-destruct button essentially.
More
You
dice.
roll over it every night.
Wait a second, but why'd you give me the purples?
Because I'm giving you the purples.
Okay, alright. Well, thanks, bud.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna give these pair to Tyler for not calling me a name for the longest time, but he called me a prick just a little bit ago. So.
Oh, no, he did not.
Yep.
Oh,
Just because I didn't give him $10 for
You-
gas.
you know of Hero Forge, right? Where you can design your own minis?
Oh yeah.
I designed a mini after that last session.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a rat folk and he's running towards a mimic. Yeah.
Oh, you talking about D&D?
No, yeah, I'm gonna do this for a little bit.
So,
I know.
Ethan won't be
Yo, speaking of minis, I have a little turtle person who he has like a little staff, and he was based on my first D&D character named Yertle. Yeah, yeah.
That's kind of
You ever
cool.
seen Kung Fu Panda?
Yeah, I have. The
Yeah,
first
yeah.
one's the
The
best.
character. Yeah, of
And
course.
I'm always
But
rooting for what's that bad guy's name in the first one? Like Tigress? No,
uh,
Tigress is the chick who's really cool.
yeah. I know who you're talking about. It's like the bigger cat that was trained by Shifu.
Right. He's pretty cool. He kind of looks like Tigress's sister or no brother. She would be his
Yeah,
sister. You know what I mean, though.
yeah.
But
I
yeah,
get that.
he looks so cool. He looks so cool, and in the movie, I'm rooting for that guy because he looks cool. He sounds cool. I kind of like his backstory. Like he's just a cool
Yeah, he
dude. And then he gets
just
killed
wanted to be the Dragon Warrior.
by the shapufu or whatever. He bends his finger, makes him disappear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got beat by the big fat panda.
Yeah. Which I mean,
Uh,
I love the movie, but it's just I'm so sad every time I see him die because I'm like, really? That guy was so cool. You guys could have went places with him. You know?
yeah.
He could have been the Darth Tater of Kung Fu Panda, but no.
Yeah. Anyway, my D&D character Yertle
Yeah.
was based on Master Oogway, except for Master Oogway in this case was a martial arts master, as well as he could transform into different animals like a panda
Oh.
or like a tiger or a leopard, anything really.
Right.
So yeah, that was like it was pretty much like Oogway could turn into Poe.
Okay. Well, I mean that's
Yeah.
kind of cool. Yeah. He's a shape shifting turtle. Toidle.
Yeah, it
Wow.
was an amazing campaign to play.
Yeah.
We never really got like terribly far, but that was mostly because like I wound up moving up here.
Yeah. I mean, moving really does ruin whatever you got going on. For the most part.
Yeah,
Like if it's pretty far, then it does. But if it's like you move like I did, which is like into town, doesn't change that much. Like it
yeah,
changes. I mean, I guess it changes my commute. So I can like spend like 35 or like 30 minutes walking to work instead of driving. So I don't have to.
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay for gas then.
Well, I mean that, and remember what happened in February?
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't like if I get if I get into like problems one time, then I'm basically
then
gonna
you
be
gotta pay
declared
for the
guilty,
other
and I'm gonna
ticket.
have to either pay or spend time in jail, and I don't want to do that.
That's fair.
So I'm just gonna
Yeah, I
avoid it.
had to do when I got into my car accident when I was like 17.
Yeah.
I like rear-ended this really nice lady, but I deferred the ticket, so I didn't have to pay for that. But I did have to pay for like the damages on her car.
Mm,
It's kind
yeah.
of whack.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because I was like for sure like at fault
Yeah.
there.
The first time I actually had like something like this, but it was like very minor because I was pulling out of Adna High School, and I was parked next to Christian Luce, I think his name was. He was on the
Yeah,
football team. Yeah, Luce, Christian Luce. And he
yeah,
was
that guy
right
was my
on.
neighbor.
He was right on the yellow the line for the parking spot. And as I was pulling out, I fucking scraped his tail end or whatever. I scraped something. Um, and I didn't want to go back and have to deal with it. So I drove all the way to the house. And I'm like,
Oh, you just
and then the
and
first
dip.
and then the first person I told me I had to go back. So I drove back, and I was muttering to myself the entire way back. I'm like, really? Are you serious? I gotta go back. So I left a note on the. Oh no! I drove back and I left a note there, and it was gonna rain. I'm like, oh yay! And I drove back, and I had to like wait and talk to him. But my parents settled it. My parents settled it, and they didn't involve the insurance companies, so it was all
Yeah,
done below the table. So
Nice.
I kind of wish I could have done that with this. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Uh, yeah, it's already happened.
Yeah, yeah,
Done and
yeah,
over now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You can't stop the flow of water. This
Yeah.
isn't
No need to
Minecraft.
dwell on the past.
This is
I
not.
mean, it could be. You ever run up and punch a tree?
I mean, jeez, I don't really want to break my knuckles, you know.
Yeah, but have you?
No, I have not. No.
Boom. I haven't either. So there's one way to test this theory, but I'm not sure if you want to do
I
that.
don't want to do it. No, I'd go at it with an
Okay.
axe or something, you know. But
Yeah.
my fist, no. I'm not
Well,
really. I'm not on board with that.
not quite up to the task.
Well, no. I mean, I feel like it's too much bodily harm for like zero gain. You know, like what's the trade off is really not worth the outcome. You know.
Hey, you get a block of wood.
I could go buy a block of wood.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have to
You got a
go
good
to the
point there.
doctor afterwards. You know, like there's better outcomes to get the needed resources. You know.
Yeah. There are more efficient
There
tools.
there
in your
there
hands.
there are more viable means to achieve the same outcome. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah. Well, did I tell you about the D&D that we're doing at all?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
You
did.
told us about that when we played League the other day.
Right. I told you about it, but did I tell you like anything that happened in the campaign at all?
No, I don't think.
Oh,
you
okay. All right.
had done anything with the
I'll
campaign yet.
I'll tell you a little bit. So
Alright.
my dude, I walked up to a door and I tried to kick it open, but I failed miserably, and the door smacked me for 4 HP. Yeah. And then Mark's character, a dwarf, he walks up to me and he mocks me, so I knock his legs out from underneath him. And as I'm walking past, I try to piss on him.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. And then we get a bounty letter, and he starts walking off in the wrong direction. Oh god. Yeah. And then I follow him off in the wrong direction, and then he stops and I stop, and then I'm like, okay, all right, I'm just gonna book it towards where the bounty is to be collected, and I book it, and I'm being chased by him and guards, and then I get clapped in irons, and then apparently I offend his character, the dwarf, and then I get into a fist fight. I get knocked out by him and dragged to the dungeon entrance. Yeah. And then our last session, I got I dealt a killing blow to a guy. I stabbed him in the ass. He bled to death. That was cool. I stabbed a Gabo war boss. I did a wall run and just stabbed him right in the face. Then I looted him instantly. He had a bunch of bees on him, and I got attacked by a bee swarm.
How do you have a bunch of bees on him?
I guess he had a jar or something. I don't know. Maybe a honeycomb. I don't know. I didn't investigate the body. I just looted instantly. I did get a
Of course.
poison dagger though for my troubles. So I mean, I guess
that's
it's
worth
okay.
it then.
Yeah. It's got 3 uses. 3 uses of
Right.
poison. Yeah, and then I ran up the room towards these 3 chests, and I investigated one of them, and it was a mimic. Yeah, so I ran away from it, screaming mimic. Yeah, not a good time. But the social interaction was very, very fun.
Yeah. D&D is such like an interesting game.
Yeah.
I want to get a campaign started, but I don't know what to do with it. Or who to play with.
Well, Jacob, have you heard of Roll20?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could get a campaign going and just use that. Because
That's fair.
then you wouldn't have to meet in person. You wouldn't have to drive all the way down to where Forest is just to do the campaign. You could get everybody.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have to go all the way down there. I could like I have a few buddies up here that I could play with, but
Oh. Oh,
I'm
okay.
not sure
Right.
how interested they are in it.
Right. You gotta weigh their opinion of it.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, but I mean, it would be really fun to go down and play D&D. I did that last time I stayed in Lewis County. I played D&D with Forrest and Tillers. I'm not sure if you know who that is.
I
Um,
probably ran into him, but I didn't catch his name.
his
Probably.
name's Tyler. Um, but yeah, we played this like underwater campaign where we we like ran up a beach to get like this treasure in a cave that was like halfway submerged, and then we like fucked up everything in the cave, including like the native like people who were trying to keep us out of the cave, and then we got like ambushed by a bunch of bugs, and there's like this big dragon like creature that like came out of the water, and
Oh.
then he wanted us to leave him alone, but he wouldn't give us all his loot,
Oh,
so
damn
we
it.
killed him anyway, and then
Attaboy.
looted him, and then killed the NPCs that came with us because we didn't want to split the loot with them. Yeah,
Oh, God. I found my hate in the fire. Uh,
yeah,
that's good, man. I really like
yeah. It was
that.
really fun.
Yeah. It's
D&D.
I really like the imagination part of it, because you can really come up with some weird shit. Like, it's not always gonna work out, but like, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
It's really unique.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
everything
Cause,
you do
cause,
in the game
yeah,
is like your own choice.
exactly.
It's not like you're not like dictated by what the dungeon master wants you to do. You're
Exactly,
like
exactly.
you're playing your game.
Right.
It's really cool.
It makes me want to
Fun.
I bought Baldur's Gate 3, but I never installed it because it's way too big. It's huge. I think it's like 80 something gigabytes. Yeah, that sounds about right. 80 something. It's massive.
What's it about?
Baldur's Gate. Well, Baldur's Gate is set in the D&D world, and this is the third one. I've always been
Yeah.
interested in the first two, but I never bought them, never played them. But I bought the third one. I still
damn.
haven't installed it. I should install it
Oh,
on the
the
new
hiccup.
drive.
Ah. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It looks cool.
Oh yeah, I mean it does look cool. It's got a bunch of cool stuff. I watched some dude play the early access of it, but I don't know if it's out of early access yet or not, or what's going on.
Is it Oh, it's by Wizards of the Coast, the same people who make
Yeah,
Magic.
I played
Is it
there was this
multiplayer, though?
one game. It was like Dungeons and Dragons Online or whatever. Oh, that shit was cool. I remember way back in the day. I played it so much, and this was during the time when I was doing homeschool online, and I had this headset. It was the first headset that I had, because I need it for my classes, and I was using that when I was playing it. And I got accepted into a guild, and I befriended the guild master in it, and it was great, dude. It was great. We went on raids. We did dungeons. Holy shit! I played that game for like 5 months. Man,
Dang. What game
I
was it? It wasn't Baldur's
Dungeons
Gate,
and
right?
Dragons Online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
it was great, dude. It was great. I missed that. I missed the element of that, because it's such a fun, aspect of just, you go into a game that, you know should just be, not nothing like, the outside world, and it is so much similar, because everybody has like their own designations or whatever. Everybody has, like, their own jobs inside of the guild and stuff, and it's really cool. It's really cool. I like the inner workings of stuff like that. It's neat, very neat.
Nice. That sounds pretty cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Hmm.
I think that was like in 2013, 2014. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was only a baby,
Wee Bobby.
a wee baby. We.
You know what game would be cool to get back into? Like
Uh,
ESO.
oh, dude, I've been saying that, and I want to get back into it so bad. I mean, I'm down. Are you down?
Yeah.
Can you
I mean,
convince Forrest, and we need to pick Dav up out of whatever hole he's hiding in, figure out if he's down. Like, I want to get the
yeah.
group back together, man. We got to start
It's
playing
been
games again, man. Like,
it's been a minute.
it's really annoying, and I don't have the excuse. Oh, hey, my networking is terrible. I don't have that excuse anymore. Like, we can actually do stuff now, on my end. I just want to know if everybody else is on the same page. If everybody else, like if somebody has something going on, that's fine. They can, take care of whatever they need to take care of. But if after that they want to jump on this bandwagon, I'm more than welcome to ferry on some brave lads to waste many hours.
Yes.
Yes.
I think it's Lawrence and Forrest have been talking about playing D&D. Or not D&D, World of Warcraft.
Okay. Yeah, I hear Forrest talk about it. And I mean, I used to play WoW way back in the day with my cousin, and I like it, but I don't like the subscription, like having to have a subscription to it. I find that to be annoying.
That part is really annoying.
So, I mean, I would do it in a heartbeat. But
Yeah, well, there's just so many games that we've been rotating through.
yeah.
For the most part, my roommate Larry and I will play, like League and like Battlefront 2, which is like a Star Wars game.
Right.
And then like Overwatch, and then most recently we've been playing Ark. We've got like a shitload of time in that, by the way. Like, yeah. Anyway, like our base in Ark is coming together really well, and I don't know.
You guys are still playing Ark, yeah?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, every few days or so.
Man, I should reinstall it on the new drive.
Yeah, for sure. And then if you just kept it up to date, then it wouldn't be a hassle.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be pretty easy to do now,
Yeah.
I got 2 terabytes on the other one. I got a decent, broadband over here. Like, the world's my oyster.
Yeah.
I am a mountain of potential.
True. You ever thought about just do you have like an extra slot in your computer for the hard drive? So you just don't have to like replace the one that you already have in there. You just have to move the files over to the new one.
I never thought of that, man. I mean,
that's what I did initially with my computer. Is I just put another hard drive in, and then I put everything that was way too big for the main hard drive into the new hard drive. Like all the big games, like
right.
Ark. There's like Call of Duty. There's like No Man's Sky and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then like I just got rid of all of the like used up space, and you could also probably put your YouTube videos into the other hard drive too.
Right.
And it's just like changing the directory of where you're installing stuff.
Right.
So
yeah. Is it better to do that, or is it better to just like? Do you know?
Well, it depends on whether or not your hard drive is like faster. Like the new hard drive is faster than the old one.
I know the new one is faster, I believe. Yeah.
Well, in that case, so the difference between the boot speed on like a 5200 thing RPM like hard drive and like a 7200 RPM hard drive is like a few seconds, but like the difference in boot speed between either of those and like an SSD is like almost a minute. Like it takes just like a minute,
right?
Less than a minute to start up with an SSD.
I know solid state drives are the way of the future. I know. I was intending to buy one, but yeah, I'm dumb. I am dumb. I can't differentiate, make an accurate observation between the two, which is stupid because a hard drive is really big. They're thick daddies, and then a solid
Yeah.
state drive is a skinny little lad. You know, they're really skinny,
Yeah.
and I should have been able to tell what I was buying, but I am dumb. What are you gonna do? I mean, I could order another one. I
Yeah.
could just,
Solid state drives are a bit more expensive though.
well, I mean, yeah, I know, but I think it'd be better. Yeah, or would it would it
Possibly.
would it?
If you have two slots for like two different hard drives,
Uh-huh.
then I'd say go for the solid state drive and the 2 terabyte that you just got, right?
Would I
And
would
then,
I the way I'd figure out if I had two hard drive slots, would I just crack open the tower and figure it out, or?
yeah, it would be on your motherboard, and it would be like a cord that is plugged into your hard drive currently. Like
Okay.
there's a power cord, and then there's like a SATA cable,
Mhm.
which they would both be plugged in to the hard drive, and if the SATA cable has another port on the motherboard, then you have like more space for like another
Right.
hard
Okay.
drive.
Okay. I'll have to take a look at that later. Okay.
Yeah,
All
I mean,
right.
or you could like if you know what like motherboard you have, you could probably find it
Right. Yeah. I mean, I
online or
don't
whatever.
actually. I haven't. I don't usually take my head in there and crane around.
Yeah, I need to like blow off my computer soon.
Yeah.
It's getting dusty.
Yeah. I mean, that tends to
That's-
happen. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just kind of the way of things at this point.
Yeah. I need to hang out my disc plates and my pictures and stuff, but I don't know where to put them.
What do you mean? What's
Uh,
a disc plate?
What is? You don't know what a disc plate is?
No idea.
It's a metal poster. It's like a picture, but you don't need a power tool to mount it onto a wall. So
Oh.
it's just it's got this sticky leaf, and that goes onto the wall, and then you stick the magnet onto the leaf, and then the disc plate is on the magnet. So
Okay.
yeah, but you would
And that
first
just holds your photos up?
yeah. Well, I mean it's a metal poster, so it holds up the posters.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. I
Nice.
I bought 2 batches of them, 2 batches of 6. I gave one of them to my sister because I'm like, dude, you have nothing on your walls. Like your walls are so bare. I'm so like, I personally, I had so many pictures at the house. I took them all with me, right? One of them is cracked. Like I got to replace the sheet of glass, but like those are all just like really cool. One of them is Union Jack, like a bunch of them are animals, like a bunch of cool stuff. Adds a lot of
Nice.
personality. Because I like
Yeah.
I don't like bare walls, but I mean everybody's different. But I try to impose that on people that I know. Like you need to cover up your walls because I am very disappointed. This is awkward. It's almost as if you're naked, and I can't look at your walls. Like I have to look at the ground. Otherwise, I am
Well,
embarrassed.
I have 4 tapestries in my room. I have like a Pokemon picture like
Yeah.
hanging up in between my closets.
Right.
And then I have like a quote from Albert Einstein on like right next to my door.
Mhm.
I also have like a Santana poster in my car, but I don't have room for it anywhere.
Santana, like, well, what is that?
Oh, it's a guy who plays guitar really well. I went to his concert
Oh, okay,
like
okay.
last June. Yeah, it was a really good concert though. Yeah, he does like Latin styled music,
Okay.
and it's really groovy, and he has like some really cool guitar solos.
That's kind of cool.
I would recommend looking him up.
Santana.
Got, like-
All right.
Yeah,
I'll probably
Yeah,
not
buddy.
remember that with my goldfish memory, but I will give it a shot.
well, that's all right. I haven't really listened to any Santana since like the concert
Yeah.
2 years ago. Yeah, holy
Yeah.
shoot! Oh my god, it's kind of hitting me that like I graduated almost 2 years ago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is kind of
Yeah.
crazy when you think about it. Yeah, yeah. I graduated like 3 years ago. Holy shit! What the fuck?
Wow.
It's
Whew.
crazy. Crazy times.
Yeah, buddy.
But yeah, I gave my sister one of the posters. Oh well, actually no, two of them. Two of them are Star Wars posters, and I'm like, okay, Gabby, I know you like
Buddy.
Star Wars, right? One of them it's basically like ripped box art, but it's like on a metal poster, so it's got like like the it's got Darth Vader just like hanging out, Yoda's hanging out, Luke is hanging out. I think you've seen the picture before. Like basically the entire cast is on it, and they're all just.
Yeah, that sounds so cool.
Say what?
Butterscotch?
No,
Sounds-
thank you, thank you. But yeah, and she didn't want that. But there was this other one. It's Tatooine moisture farming. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She really liked it. She's like, I want more like this, and I'm like, okay, all right. So you want more disc plates, and it's really hard to find her stuff because I found a few that I'm like, oh, dude, she'll love this, and I'll show it to her, and she'll be like, oh, dude, that's so cool, but I don't want it, and I'm like, really? But you just said, and she's like, yeah, but I feel like a 4-year-old would have that, and I'm like, but I would have it, and she's like, point, and I'm like, what?
Wow.
What? But I mean, it's. I guess I have different tastes than my sister, which is fine. It's fine. One of them, it's one of them that I told my sister that I thought she'd like. It's got like a T-Rex, and he's in a spacesuit, and this man, he's an astronaut. He's riding the T-Rex, and they're both in space. It's very cartoony. And I'm like, dude, you'll love this, yeah? She's like, well, I mean, yeah, but I wouldn't have it. I'm like, serious? Really? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's this other one. It's my home is my castle, is the quote on it, and there's this crab and he's got a castle on his back. He looks really cute. She didn't want it either.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
like you and your sister have an interesting dynamic.
But I mean, I should have bought them and just took them. Put them,
Yeah.
because I think they're cool. I think she does too. I think she just thinks that, like a child will have them in their room or something. Like you get a kid and then you stick them up in their room or whatever if they like it. Yeah. I think that's her thought process. She's like, I'm too old for that. Maybe that's what it is.
You're not too old for anything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had somebody tell me that way back in the day. Way back in the day. She made a card out of a folder. A folder. Yeah. A very creative individual. But yeah. You're never too old for anything. And you're never too young for anything. Now, I mean, I don't know about the former, or the, not the former, the latter. I think you are too young for some things, but I don't think you're ever too old for anything. Like, I think you can
Yeah.
always go back. You can always, like play ball with kids. You can always run around. You can grab ice cream. You can, you
You might be able to.
you can do all sorts of crazy, stuff that the kids are doing.
Yeah, you can keep up, but
Yeah, yeah.
maybe not like to the same extent.
Right,
Like,
but
you
I mean,
definitely get
you
older and
always
tired.
have the potential to go back and take a step inside of that 4-year-old that's screaming inside of you for another chance to
I
step into the spotlight or whatever.
I saw an interesting quote. It was like, as you grow up, you lose your inner child, but
Mm.
as you get old, you try to regain that inner child that you lost.
Yeah, yeah. I think.
I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that because I don't want to lose the 4-year-old that's inside of me. I really like that. It kind of keeps the part of me that's kind of respectable and all that. You know.
Keeps it interesting.
Yeah. You know, it's the 4-year-old. The 4-year-old's nice. The 4-year-old, tries not to be a dick. But the 4-year-old also wants to have fun. Wants to throw cake around and like. And I have a feeling that sooner or later, the 4-year-old is gonna, take a back seat. I'm I'm not looking forward to that. Not at all.
That's understandable. I don't think anyone wants to lose their inner child, but like the pressure of society is what drives them to doing it.
Right, yeah, I know. It's not, socially acceptable for like a 50-year-old man to, you know, participate in a food fight, like but but like
Just those are
come on,
social norms. Who cares? That would be
it's
fun.
it's so damn fun. So like can you, all you political Nancy's like step aside, please? Like I don't know. That's one big reason why I just don't like people, because they just always bring their generalizations on other people, and it's like, really? Like these people are just trying to have a good time. They're not trying to hurt nobody. Let
Yeah.
them just do whatever.
I think it gets a little different when they do try to hurt somebody, though.
Well, yeah, right,
Like,
but I mean, the people that are trying to, like I think you can kind of tell when they're trying versus when it's an accident. I might be wrong. Maybe
Yeah, you could be.
sometimes it's
Like,
not as easy to
you
tell.
could be like remorseful after the fact about something when you like mess up.
Right,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah, or just, or you're like a friggin' dick the whole time, and you're like
Right.
not sorry about it. I think that's like where you can draw that line, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been watching any shows, Jacob?
Oh, I just finished the show, How I Met Your Mother.
Oh,
Uh,
I heard there was a
yeah.
movie based on that. Or
Uh,
or is the movie
I
not
don't
based
know.
on the show?
I don't think so.
You don't
I'm
think
not.
so?
I haven't seen any movies on it or
Okay.
anything like that. Um, but yeah, I just finished it. It was really long, kind of frustrating at the end, but like it was worth it. It was a good show.
What is it about? What's the
Well,
premise?
it's about this guy who is in his uh later 20s. Well, it starts he's in his early 20s, and it like finishes the show when he's like, 30 something, and like the whole show is leading up to him meeting his future kids' parents, and it's
Hmm.
him telling his kids the story of how he met their mom.
Roll credits. Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
at the end, the kids kind of call him out because he takes a really long time to get to the end of the story, right? They're like, this is not a story about how you met our mom. This is a story about how you want to, because like, it's also about like a friend group,
Mm.
um, and like there's a love interest that Ted had like the entire show with.
Oh.
Her name was Robin, and like even after he got married, they were still like friends.
Mm.
So then the kids at the very end were just like, "This wasn't a story about how you met mom. This is a story about how you want to ask Aunt Robin out." And then the kids were like, "You should do it though." Yeah,
Oh, that's kind of interesting. Okay.
yeah, it was kind of funny, but it was stressful. And
Stressful.
yeah, cause like I just wanted them to get to the point. Like some parts
You're
in the show, it's
anxious.
just like,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. It was a good show though. Like thoroughly enjoyed it. Sir Patrick Harris is in it,
Hmm.
and he is really funny. So
Okay.
would recommend.
All right. I just finished 21 Jump Street.
Oh, nice. That movie's really good. It's
Oh,
kind of funny.
show.
Oh,
With Johnny Depp.
I haven't seen that. What's
You
it
never,
about?
you never seen 21 Jump Street? The show.
No.
It's about an undercover cop department. They go into They go into schools and
Like,
stuff. Try to get, because there's a lot of drug dealers and like crime inside the schools, but not not like like a couple kids smoking pot in the teacher's lounge or whatever. Like actual criminals.
yeah. Well, have you seen the movie 21 Jump Street?
No, no.
It's like that exact same premise, except for it's with Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill.
Oh,
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
oh.
They just go into a high school. Someone's dick gets shot off. So
I
that
mean,
was cool.
I don't think the show is funny. I think the show is pretty serious. Sometimes it's kind of sad.
Really?
Yeah, really. Sometimes it gets emotional. I don't want to spoil anything if you end up going to want to watch it or whatever. But
I mean, you can spoil it. I don't mind.
okay, all right, okay. There's an episode where Tommy, played by Johnny Depp, right? His girlfriend and him are like having like this long drawn out fight or whatever. I don't remember what it was about, but yeah. And then they go to get like something at like some store. It's open really late, and then she dies, and he blames himself, and he nicks the tape, and he watches the tape over and over again, and he's like 3 seconds. There's so many things you can do in 3 seconds. You can take off your shoes, you can undo a cap on a drink, and you can take off all the pepperoni on a pizza in 3 seconds. You can flip through like a certain number of channels in 3 seconds. You can and he's just going through all that, and it's crazy. It's crazy. There's an episode where Doug Penhall, he's a character in the show, and he has this kid, but it's not his kid. He's kind of basically being the father figure for the kid, and Doug almost gets killed. He gets grazed by a bullet, but it's not a graze. It like actually almost punctured his brain or whatever, and he almost dies. And so he retires, and that episode is emotional. So there are episodes that are like pretty heavy.
Yeah, it sounds really dramatic.
Well, it is. It is. I mean, and it's. I think it's par for the course because like the job they're trying to show people is dramatic. Like it's dangerous. But it's entertaining. It's a good show. I really enjoy it. I'm gonna say this right now, and it's maybe it's stupid, but I don't like season 5 of 21 Jump Street. I don't like season 5.
How many seasons are there?
There's only 5 seasons, and I don't like the final season 5. Cause
So they just like not wrap it up well.
Well, no. It's not that. It rounded off fine. But
Okay.
Tommy Hansen, Johnny Depp, he's not in season 5, and then Harry, another dude, he's not in season 5, and Doug, he's like halfway through season 5. He almost dies, his character, so he retires, and then he's no longer in the show. And then it's, I mean, I like the captain. I like Judy or Holly. I think her name is Holly Harris or something. Like, she's cool, right? But I don't know. Like them slowly taking out like characters, kind of hurts. Kind of hurts.
Yeah.
But it's a good show.
Yeah. Was it just like people like losing their contracts with them and not wanting to re-sign, or?
I don't remember. I never looked it up. I should.
Did you say it was like? Did you say Johnny Depp was in it?
Yeah. Johnny Depp is in it. Yeah.
You've been paying attention to the stuff with him and Amber Heard?
No, I have not. No. Only what you told me.
Oh, yeah. There hasn't been a whole lot that's been added to that, but I fully think that Johnny was the abused in that situation. not the abuser.
He seems like a nice guy, you know. I mean, like, but then people said the same thing about Tom Cruise, and he apparently is not. So, like, I'm biased, so I hope that Johnny didn't, but
Yeah. Well, there was like a sound recording that came out of Amber Heard, um, like being like, "I didn't punch, or I didn't punch you. I might have hit you, but I didn't punch you."
mm,
Like, there's a difference.
right.
And then like there was more evidence that came out against Amber Heard. It was like there's a lot to it. Like apparently she threw a bottle at him and it like severed one of his fingers.
Oh dear.
It was yeah.
Yeah, abusive relationships are never good.
Yeah. It,
I bought uh oh, what was that? Oh, Rick and Morty. I've never seen it, but I've seen like little snippets of it. I watched it last night. It's very entertaining.
wait, snippets of what?
No, I've seen snippets of Rick and Morty, but I bought it last night because I
Oh.
bought a bunch of stuff. I bought I didn't have a Blu-ray player. I only had a basic, CD player. So I bought a Blu-ray player because I have a bunch of Blu-ray movies. I bought a tea kettle. I bought Rogue One. I didn't have Rogue One. I thought that's the only decent new Star Wars movie, so might as well. There's this movie Conquest. I skimmed the synopsis on the back. It seems pretty interesting. Some
Oh,
officer in the Mongolian Wars or whatever, he gets betrayed. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
nice.
Yeah.
So how do you like Rick and Morty?
I think I enjoy it. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
apparently,
It's got its moments.
yeah. Apparently, the guy who plays Rick, um, he was always drunk when he did his lines, which I think I can kind of tell now. You know, it kind of makes sense when he.
Wait, when you what?
Huh?
You just said when he and then
I don't know where I
stop.
was going. I think I just said what I was intending to say, and I just lost train of thought. It happens.
Yeah. All right, that's kind of funny.
Yeah. I mean, I played quite a few league games, and now I'm trying to remember stuff I did before all that. It's
Yeah.
it's a lot.
Dang.
Yeah.
Whew. Man, that's like this is a good chat right there.
That was, yeah.
What do you
Uh,
got going on later?
well, I'm gonna be playing D&D uh for a bit, maybe 3 hours or so, maybe four.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Then I'll probably just. I should get the hard drive like happening today, because
I mean,
that would be smart.
you could put it off as long as you want.
I
It doesn't have to get done.
put it off. The more I put it off, Jacob, like just because I can play League, just because Discord works, just because OBS works, doesn't mean my entire system does not have problems. Like there are
That's fair.
there are underlining issues. Like I launch up Steam, and like Steam stops responding. I try to launch
Oh,
Bioshock, and it loads for 7 years, and then you know, and then I finally get to the title screen, and my mouse isn't on there. I have to close the program, reopen the program, get to the title screen again, and then continue, and then it loads for 7 years, and it's stuck loading for 7 years. It's not responding. That's not happening. It's just stuck loading.
oh,
So
that's weird.
somehow I think, like somehow Steam is using like too much memory, which is weird. Which is so weird. How is it that Steam uses more memory than me, like
Playing League.
playing League, recording for like an hour with you right now? I don't get it. I'm so confused.
Yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
That's right.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
I don't know either, but I'm not, like a computer doctor. I don't know how to, deduce the problem.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's kind of a tricky one. I'm not sure. Maybe once you like install it on, like, if you're gonna install it on like a new hard drive, like on that hard drive, or like move all the files forward to it.
Uh,
Um,
yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
then like, I wonder how it will like act then. If it'll do the same thing or not. Because like you could just like have, like, when was the last time you cleaned your computer like with a can of air?
Before I left to here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know then. That doesn't seem like very long.
I mean, I can look inside of the tower and see what it looks like, but I believe I'll do that right now.
I mean, you don't have to do that, but
I'm right next to the tower, Jacob.
all right, all right.
I mean, it's a little bit dusty, but it's not that dusty.
Yeah, well, you could like dust out the like hard drive that's like currently running everything,
Right.
and yeah, that's like hopefully that would like improve boot speeds and like that kind of thing. Uh,
Maybe. Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't know exactly.
I know one thing for certain though. I got to decide whether I'm going to put it off more or if it's gonna happen.
I mean, you don't work till Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, you got tomorrow and Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could easily do it either of those days.
Right. But if I put it off, Jacob, if I put it off, I'm probably going to just play League like the entirety of those days. Monday, Tuesday.
That's fair.
And if that happens, there's no way that it's that I'm gonna start it, and I don't know how to start it. I need Mark's help to figure out what to do, because we have to do the long way of copying like every single individual file because it failed because like maybe one thing is corrupted or like not working or whatever.
Yeah. Well, um, I'm drawing a blank.
I wasn't expecting answers, so it's fine.
All right, all right. Yeah. So when you guys gonna start playing D&D? So it seems just like the sooner you do that, the better off your computer will be. You know?
Wait. What do you mean?
You're playing D&D with Mark, aren't you?
Oh yeah. Soon, yeah.
Yeah. So like, the sooner you get the problem fixed, the like better off it'll be for like other days. That's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? You might be onto something.
Hmm.
I guess I'll stop this. I'll end the Ramble session. Say goodbye to you, Jacob, and ferry Mark over so we can start the copy.
The long process.
Yep, the long arduous process.
All right.
Or I could just postpone it and just
Play a game of League while you wait to start playing D&D.
play like a game of League and then go play D&D and then play League for like 2 days straight and then go back to work. I mean, that right there. That's really tempting.
Well, if you want to play a game of League, I'm down.
You know what? Yeah. I'm down to do that. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
You convinced me. Okay, I'm gonna pause this. I mean, stop.